Welcome everybody to a Sunday Week 14 edition of Moneyline Madness. I'm Andy B. I'm here with Matt. I'm here with Mo. How you guys doing?
Feeling good, man. It's Giants football game day, and I know Simo is also excited because we have Saquon Barkley back on the field today. Not back because he was on the field last week too, but there was questions going into this week regarding his health, and it's very exciting to see that he is playing. I mean, it was expected. It's a division matchup. The guy is just not gonna miss it. So, Simo, what do you feel about this Giants game? I'm feeling good. I don't know how you're feeling.
I'm feeling good, man. People are, just writing us off automatically, and they're forgetting that we're divisional opponents, that we have a 7-4-1 record, that we've beaten good teams. We have upset other teams. And they're just automatically writing us off like it's an automatic W, it's an automatic cover, this, that, and the third. And I just don't think so. As a Giants fan, I don't care. I think we will compete today, and we might just win. I don't give a damn.
Division matchups in the NFC East, man, they're always so much closer than everybody anticipates. And I don't know how you can just write the Giants off after watching the Washington football team come in and run all over these same Philadelphia Eagles that are supposedly going to shut down the Giants. So I don't know. I don't know. Andy, what are your thoughts today?
I think it's a game of the day candidate for sure. I think there's a lot on the line for the Giants every day. They got to win every game, obviously. I was a little scared with the Saquon news myself because, you got to make the playoffs in fantasy. You got to win today. For a lot of people, that scared me. But I think that'll be a game of the day candidate. I'm not quite with the winning thing. I still think the Eagles will win, but I think it'll be much closer than people think they will.
Yep, and just as Double R says, nothing is guaranteed in the NFL. Any given Sunday, anybody can win. So with that being said, you guys have a bet on this game that you're liking? Because I'm trying to win some bread.
I'm sure you guys do. I do not personally.
I don't have any bets on this game, actually.
Wow. I didn't want to touch it.
To cover, but
honestly, I like the +7. I think that I'm not doubting that the Eagles can win the game, right? Like, the Eagles are overall the better football team. Sure, they have a better shot at winning the
game. More
depth,
too.
But, yeah. But these division matchups, how often do you see a 7+ point W? It's always a field goal, 3 to 5 points. So I imagine if that is what's going to happen today, an Eagles victory, we're going to see it come at a 3 to 5 point victory rather than a blowout in this scenario, a touchdown, lead. So I don't know. And Imaine says it'll be close, I believe. It depends a lot on how that injury affects Saquon.
That's the question, because if that is really affecting him, then that's going to be rough for the Giants offense.
I've seen him warming up. I've seen some film on him warming up. He does not look affected at all by his neck injury.
And Simo, remember what you said to me last week.
He's gonna get he's getting them good Watson massages, and and he'll be fine. He's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be cold out there too, so I think kind of numb the pain with the.
And honestly, when I questioned the health of the fractured hip of Jamar Chase last week, Simo had said if he's going out there and he's doing the reps and he's competing to at least play in the game, he's going to be healthy. If he's playing in it, he's not like everyone's in the group chat saying, he's going to get banged out by the half. But listen, man, if he's going out there and he believes he could play, he's not going to put himself at risk. Something like his neck on a contract year, you think Saquon Barkley is going to risk his overall football career for one game? He's not. You're right.
I also think we should stop calling it a contract year. He's getting franchise tagged. No question.
Yeah. All right. So I have one bet for this game. I'm just going to check the BetStamp app real quick. And I have a Graham Gano prop for you guys. I have Graham Gano plus money over 1.5 field goals plus 125 on BetMGM. I really love just everything about this right now. In MetLife, Graham Gano kicks the hell out of the ball. So I think that going up against the Eagles, like I said, divisional matchups, these are slower paced. The Giants are going to want to grind it out and keep the ball away from the Eagles as much as possible. And I think that could come at the expense of Graham Gano's leg. So I have over 1.5 field goals in this game for plus 125. I like that a lot.
Yeah. He seems to be a consistent one. He definitely seems to be a consistent kicker prop better for everybody. I mean, he's always there. Him and Justin Tucker are like the top two this year.
Yep.
If you love kicker props, which we do. I don't know if you want to move over to another game. I see Mo. I think he's doing something, but I think we should do the Lions-Vikings game because I think it's the most to talk about.
Oh, yeah. We could definitely discuss.
Like we said, we're a betting show, and this is the most questionable line, I think, of the season. I get it. We talked about it the other day. The Lions are the home team, whatever. The Vikings are 10-2. They should not be underdogs anywhere against the Lions. And I've been questioning it all day. I have the Vikings winning the game outright and covering. I think it's +1 now. I think 100% the Lions lose this game. The Vikings win this game.
Interesting. Simo, what do you feel about this? You think it's a little suspect, this line?
This game is definitely suspect. The fact that the line is what it is, it looks like a very suckerish, trappy type of game.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple of plays for this game, actually. I have Amon-Ra, the Sun God, over 6.5 receptions, -125 on Bet365. He's just been absolutely killing it this year. And I see it continuing for sure. And then I had the team total over 26.5 for the Detroit Lions. Now I know, Matt, you like the overall total over it, and I like that as well. I like this. I think this game is going to be fucking fireworks.
It's a slugfest, right? Like everything is pointing to that. Yeah,
yeah.
1 o'clock game. Kirk Cousins not on prime time. Hot Lions offense. Dan Campbell scooping kneecaps with a spoon. I mean, he's coming out, and these offenses are firing. And I'm really excited to honestly watch this game. As Andy said, it has the potential to be game of the week type of candidate at 1 o'clock.
We've done the 2 game of the week candidates, in my opinion.
How often do you talk about the Lions being a potential game of the week? I mean,
this year is the only year. I got to credit them.
We need to give them some credit, bro. We need to give them some credit. They have some talent, and they're exciting. They're exciting. I mean, it says he took Minnesota +2.5. Very interesting. Very interesting.
That wasn't the line, though. The line's Minnesota plus. That's got to be an alternate.
An alternate for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I agree with that completely. I think they win the game outright. I've been the number one Vikings hater. You know, I hate the Vikings, obviously, as a Packer fan, whatever. You got to give them credit where credit's due. Other than with the exception of one game this year where they got absolutely blitzed by the Cowboys, who look like maybe the best team in the NFC right now. Other than that game, they've been pretty electric. So, and they've got the receiving core. They've got a good running back. Kirk Cousins doesn't have to play any primetime games really until the playoffs. So,
Captain Kirk. Right, yep. All right. So I have another game that I'm kind of intrigued. I have Tennessee going up today against Jacksonville. And I think this is also going to be an interesting game. You got Tennessee coming off of a loss to the Eagles in which they got absolutely waxed. Their asses handed to them. Derrick Henry didn't do shit in that game. And there really is kind of that comeback vibe this week, at least I feel, around the Titans, especially being that they're at home. We often talk about how Jacksonville competes with every team. They never really get blown out. So for that reason, I'm not taking the Tennessee spread, but I do have a little bit of a 2-leg parlay. Derrick Henry to score a touchdown and Tennessee money line coming in at +108. So I like that right there just because Derrick Henry doesn't have 2 bad games in a row. How often do you see a guy like him, the top runner in the league, just absolutely sputter for 50, sub 50 yards and no touchdowns? So I think against a weak front four of Jacksonville, I think he's going to be able to get his game off.
I agree.
It's going to be a good game. People think it's going to be some sort of blowout. I really don't think so. I think this is a tough matchup right here in general. Jacksonville, even though they got smacked up last week, I still think they play to their opponents, and I think it's going to be a good game.
I will say this, that game, the only question for Jacksonville for me is also Trevor Lawrence's health, because all week it's been questioned if he's even going to play. And for a quarterback, that's a
I saw he got upgraded to healthy.
He's playing, but I don't know how healthy he is. Look, his ankle almost got bent to the sky the other day, so I don't know how healthy he is. But
one good thing about Trevor Lawrence, he doesn't necessarily have to. He's not a running quarterback, right? So he could sit in the pocket on that back foot and just throw the ball. That's all he needs to do.
But I think the Titans are very good at getting pressure on the quarterback, so he won't have a comfortable pocket. He doesn't have a great O-line, and they can rush the passes. They did.
Hey, man, as long as Zay Jones can get his for the sake of my BFFL team, I'll be happy.
Well, I had Lawrence or Tyler Huntley, and I had to go with Tyler Huntley because I just don't trust Trevor Lawrence's health right now.
I don't know. See, I don't not trust his health that much to go Tyler Huntley.
Hey, Tyler Huntley's running in for a touchdown today. You better believe it.
You think so? Are we getting you want to
Huntley
talk about
fantasy,
that
huh?
That's an
He's a
interesting
fantasy quarterback when he plays. He runs.
play. I mean, he plays like Lamar.
Yeah.
Similarly, I guess if you're going
And
off
now
straight
he's at a
volume,
week to
but
prepare.
thing is, they don't have any weapons for him. You know, like it's the same thing.
Well,
You're
they
just
did-
plugging in a worse version of Lamar Jackson into the offense.
I think he's got Mark Andrews. I think he's a young quarterback. He'll just go to his tight end the whole game.
Ugh.
It's a gamble, but it's a gamble I'm taking.
Nah, I'm going with T-Law. I mean, I don't know how you can't. After seeing T-Law, he came back and still slung rock all game last game. Even after
Slung
getting
rock.
Yeah, he still got rocked, and he came back. And I'm not one to give Trevor Lawrence too much praise because I do think he has somewhat disappointed in his early NFL career in some ways. But as of late, his comebacks and his playing up to the level of his opponent, if he sees them, starting to get their offensive tempo, he comes right back and punches them in the mouth. So I got to give him that respect. I can't just throw in Tyler Huntley over him.
Well, I'm pissed off
it's
about it
Tyler
all.
Huntley, like,
I'm pissed off about it. This late in the season, there should not be any bye weeks. Just saying. The Packers are on a bye week, but also my quarterback.
I'm losing Brian Robinson in the
That's
semifinals.
bullshit.
So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I
tough.
don't like how late bye weeks are getting. Like, why are they?
Yeah, this
doing
is the last week of bye weeks,
week-
but it's also
week
for some people it's the
13
first
bye
week.
weeks. Like,
Yeah, I don't like.
there's a lot of playoffs going on in fantasy right now, and
Yep.
it's
I had to put
ridiculous
in-
that there's no
I
bye
had to put in
weeks.
Cam Akers, bro. I had to put in Cam
Yikes.
Akers as my RB2. Thank God I got that garbage time touchdown, or else he was looking at a
Garbage
2.1
time?
point performance. Oh, well, yeah, true.
There was
That
no
is
garbage
true.
time in that
That
game anymore.
I mean, I guess. I mean, the whole game was garbage, right? Like, we're
Pretty
talking
much
like
it.
Baker
Every
Mayfield.
Rams game is garbage.
Like, Baker Mayfield leading a 98-yard 2-minute
Unbelievable.
drill is the fakest thing I think I've ever seen in the NFL.
Did you see
Like-
they lined up the last two NFL games and they said they had the same script? Because
It's
the
disgusting.
exact same thing happened.
It's really disgusting.
amazing.
Yeah.
This
All right, you
sport
guys
will leave
liking
one day.
anything else in some of these games? Anything appealing to you guys?
I think the
Um,
NFL realizes that their 1 o'clock slate is a hell of a lot better than the rest of the day today. That's
I have one more play. I have Deebo Samuel's over 12.5 rush yards, minus 110 on Bet365. I think, he always gets his reps, his rushing reps, and 12.5 rushing yards. He's going to get that on one rush. Let's be real.
He really can. No, he can. And we talked about it in the clip literally that we dropped last night of Moneyline Madness. If they want to have a chance to compete with the Buccaneers, Kyle Shanahan has to use all his weapons in that offense, and that includes Deebo Samuel in that running role. So I think 12.5 is a great number to hop in at. I think he's going to get at least 1 to 2 rushes, maybe in the first half. So we could see a first half cash right there.
I'm
Mind
sticking.
you, there's no Garoppolo, so
Yeah.
he's going to have to be
No
used.
handsome Jimmy. I'm sticking to what I said in that very clip, by the way. I'm going Buccaneers money line today. I'm sticking to that. I think it'll be a very close game. I just think you need your quarterback to win you the game against Tom Brady, and I think Tom Brady will win the game for the Bucs. But I think it'll be very close. That's a pretty solid game at 4 o'clock. I'll give them that.
It is. And I mean, honestly, Miami and the Chargers isn't going to be a bad game.
No,
tonight.
the 4 o'clock slate's
be a good
always
game.
just one game.
It's gonna be a
This
good game.
4 o'clock slate always feels like it's just one good game sandwiched in between 2 shit games.
Yeah.
Am I right?
No.
Like this today, it definitely is. Like,
And is there a Kenneth Walker back today for Seattle or no?
I don't think he is back.
That's unfortunate. I was
Still
looking at the
questionable.
Seattle -4, and I was thinking about if he plays, I love Seattle in that spot at home, 12th man vibes.
Yeah, he's questionable.
Um,
Probably a game time decision, if I had to guess. Not a risk I would take for fantasy, obviously, because they're
Man, he's
4
a
o'clock
dog in
game.
fantasy, though.
He
He's
is. I
definitely
traded him
a dog.
earlier
Why?
in the season because I'm a dumbass who thought
I was
after
going to
week
say,
1
you
he
make
was
some
done.
questionable fantasy
Hey,
moves.
we
Andy.
win
I'm
it.
being
Hey,
like,
we win this week. We're in the playoffs. We started like 2-4. We got a chance for the playoffs. Let's go.
All right. Well, you guys got anything else on the NFL?
Nah, we
No.
will recap all of it tomorrow.
Let's
and
go,
I'm sure we'll
Giants.
have a lot to
1
recap.
o'clock. Let's get it rocking. I
Yep,
want to see
let's
my
do
boys
it.
play.
Let's go,
Tomorrow,
fantasy.
in addition to our Monday night picks, we will be coming with some reactions so far to MLB free agency. I'm
Oh,
gonna
hell
keep
yeah.
that one on the tip of your guys'
we gotta
tongues.
talk about that.
Get some thoughts going.
Oh, yeah,
Big
man.
signing last night for the Mets. I know they're probably pretty excited about it. I
Oh,
also
you
had
damn
some
right.
news a few days ago. Things are starting to heat up around the
We got
MLB.
Senga, right?
And
We
yeah,
did
you
get
got
Senga.
Yep, you got Senga.
Love
So
it.
big moves. Obviously, the Mets had the #1 rotation anticipated going into the season. That's aside from the addition of Senga. So going to be interesting to see how things play out in the NL East for sure. The Phillies just had a meeting with Chris Bassett as well. So it's going to be an exciting.
They just want to take our rotation from last year, basically. Taiwan, now they're trying to take Bassett, the 2 rejects. All right.
Yeah,
they need to wipe the corner of their mouth.
Yeah, no, it's good. They're
they
hitting
need
a little
to wipe,
bounce
they're
bounce
just
in
sucking
Philly.
the Mets off at this point.
Yeah, Stevie C is living in their heads. It is what it is. But
I can't
all
wait
right,
to
guys.
talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Tomorrow we'll be back, like I said, a
Oh, yeah.
little MLB, little NFL, maybe cap it off with some NBA picks. Maybe even talk some bowl games. You know what? Fuck it.
Ooh.
So catch you guys
I like
tomorrow
that.
night. Moneyline Madness. Let's go Giants.